Hey guys, this is Ray the Messenger, and in today's video I'm going to talk to you about what you should do when you're feeling lazy. Now let's get right into the video. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at that sentence, I'm feeling lazy, and look at one particular word. And I'm talking about feeling. So you're feeling a certain kind of emotion. In this case, you're feeling laziness. But you can have a different range of emotions. You can also feel sad, you can feel happy, you can feel motivated. And all these kind of emotions, they're basically just that. They're just emotions. And you are not your emotions. You can be sad, you can feel sad, but that doesn't mean that you're sadness. You cannot be a sadness as a person. So these are two different things. And that's the most important thing you have to realize, that you are actually not your emotions. And your emotions can control you, but they are not actually the main factor inside of your life. So you can take control of your emotions. So the first thing we have to realize is that we can control our emotions. If you cannot control your emotions, you will just run through the day, you will basically be a child. Because that is what a child does. Think about it. When a child feels happy, they are just happy and they act accordingly. If they're sad, they're just sad, and their whole body mechanic changes, and they cannot do anything about it. The emotion controls them. If they're really angry, if you ever saw a child on the street and they get extremely angry, you cannot stop them. They just run around and throw stuff because they get angry and they cannot control their emotions because they're children. But an important thing that as a man and generally as a person, as you grow up, as a person who wants to develop themselves, there's one particular thing that you have to master, and that is the control of your own emotions. If you cannot control your emotions, the main thing that you're going to be is just a child. You're running around as a grown man, but inside of your soul you are a child. Because when you're feeling lazy and you're just lying there and you're like, oh my god, I'm feeling lazy, I can't do anything, that's what a child would say. That's behaving like a child. But somebody who has realized, hey, wait a second, I am actually the master of my own mind and my own body, and I can control this whole thing. I can actually still take an action. Because think about it, was there ever a situation in your life particular where you felt like, oh my god, I'm feeling so lazy right now, but you were still motivated to do something? I'll give you some examples. Let's say I'm waking up and I'm feeling extremely lazy because I haven't slept well, but then maybe you're motivated to go out there and buy a Big Mac. If that's a particular thing that you're into, then you go out there and you all of a sudden, oh, I'm now motivated to drive to McDonald's. So you see, you still can feel motivated, even you can actually be motivated and take a certain kind of action even when you're feeling lazy. That is the thing that I want to tell you. And if you take this action that you're doing, okay, going out there driving to McDonald's, you can do actually a parallel action. A parallel action would be something that would drive you ahead in life, because an action is an action. If you drive around to McDonald's or you drive to a client appointment, in the end of the day it's the same thing. It's one-on-one the same. It's an action where you drive somewhere, but your whole brain is trying to play tricks on you. Your brain says, oh, this is more important to go to McDonald's than to actually do the things that are important inside of your life. So you have to develop something that is really important, and that thing is discipline. You have no discipline. If you're sitting there and you're like, I'm feeling lazy, I can't do anything, you have zero discipline. You have no control over your life. Your life is chaos. Your life will derail. Your life will get lost in the way. So what you need to do is you need to write down what are my actual goals in life. When you have the goals set up, now you need to actually develop discipline. If you have no discipline, nothing will work. Nothing you do will work, because you will not have the discipline to go against the feeling of laziness. So you have to imagine it like kind of like a scale, right? It's a scale. So in one part of the scale, it's like you have like the laziness. So the feeling of laziness is on the one part, and on the other part of the scale, there's the part of motivation or your own goals. So and if you're motivated enough at a certain kind of point, it will overcome the laziness. Because this is also an important thing you have to realize. Everybody out there, it doesn't matter if it's Elon Musk or some kind of billionaire guy or the most motivating person, even David Goggins, whatever the hell you want to take as an example, all these people, every single one of them, they will have moments where they will feel lazy. This is inevitable because emotions as a human, they vary. So everybody will experience sadness, happiness, motivation, laziness. They will experience these emotions. And the thing that differentiates people like David Goggins or Elon Musk from other usual human beings is that they realize the emotion, that's not me. I can still take action and do something even if I don't want to. In order for you to actually do that, you have to discipline your mind. You have to start making your mind your bitch, so quote unquote, if you want to take those words. You will need to take over your mind, not your mind take over you. You need to be the master of your emotions, but don't let your emotions master you. When you're strong enough to actually go out there and even when you're lazy, do something that you know needs to be done, that's when you're on the right path, and this is when you actually will see success. And that's also a thing that I had a lot of struggles with, because even still to this day, even though I've developed myself a lot and I'm on the right way in my own life, I still have many days where I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to do this. Sometimes it's just 2 days in a row where I'm just sitting there and like, I don't want to work, I don't want to call this person, I don't want to talk to that person. But in the end of the day, I know I still have to do it, and I still do it, and that's the big difference. And oftentimes I'm not even motivated to go to the gym, And most of you, if you ever go to the gym, you will not feel motivated to go there. Why would you? Why would you feel motivated to go out there and suffer? But you need to train your mind to still do it and go out there and do it. Be like a robot, right? This is the thing. You need to be like kind of like a soldier inside of your mind. Not really be one, but you have to be like, okay, listen, look at the situation and you know what the right path of action is. Because most people, if they actually have some kind of brain, they know what the right path to action is for them to get a better life. I'll give you an example. Let's say you go to the supermarket and you see some kind of chocolate. The right action, you know, that will benefit your life is not going and grabbing the chocolate, because that chocolate is unhealthy and will cost you unnecessary money that you probably need to save anyways or need to invest in other places. Now, if you know that your mind is trying to play tricks on you and you can actually overcome your mind, then you have the control and you can say, okay, I'm going to take the right action. But if you don't have the discipline, developed, then you will just fall into the old habits. Oh, I'm just going to grab this chocolate. So in order for you to get the discipline, you have to start acting in a certain kind of way where you don't want to act. And this is important because you need to start out small. You cannot just go out there and be like David Goggins from day one. You cannot just be like, oh, you know what, I'm going to go out there and run a couple of miles just the first day when you've never run it before in your life, right? It's not possible. You will just quit. You will fail. You need to start with the first step. Think about, what can I actually do? Okay, so I give you an example. A good example that helped me is going to the gym. So let's go out there and just register yourself at the gym. If you haven't been to a gym, go out there and be part of a gym. Be a membership. Go and get the membership and then you're part of the gym. So, and now you're going to go out there. Train the first day. Okay, second day you take a day off. Third day you're going to train again. If that's maybe too much, just start training once a week. If you notice inside of yourself, oh, I'm about to quit because it's getting hard, then maybe try either to push harder, if that's possible, because that would actually be the best way to just push through the pain, push through the discomfort, because that will give you the fastest growth. And the other part would be just try once a week. Start out with once a week training, and then you go to twice, and then 3 times. And a really important thing that you will also notice, when you start developing discipline in one area, you will get that discipline as a weapon in other areas. You can actually, it's weird. It's like when you grab a knife, when you have some kind of knife and you can use it in different situations. And this is the discipline. Discipline will become your own knife. When you've developed discipline in one area, so let's say you develop the discipline in the area of health and fitness. You go to the gym, you're a healthy person. Now, when you're faced with some kind of issues instead of your personal relationships, you can be like, okay, activate discipline. I'm not going to talk to this person anymore. It's like a weapon you can use when you know how it works, because it will be another situation and there's another discomfort or another weird feeling, but you know, I can push through this feeling because I've already did it in the past. If you've done it in the past and you have the discipline in some kind of other area, you can take a little bit of the discipline and activate it in the certain other area that you're trying to get in life. So you're going to be more powerful inside of your own life in every area. That's what I've noticed. When one part of my life got way better because I activated discipline, I have that discipline in the back pocket. So when I face discipline in some new areas, when I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to do this, I'm like, but remember that one time you didn't want to do that? And you can use that as a weapon for your own life, like as a metaphor, as a kind of like weapon inside of your own life. So I hope this video was helpful for you. I hope you had like this other situation that you saw, okay, I can actually improve. And now, if you like this video, put a like on it, subscribe to my channel. I will see you in the next one. Thank you, goodbye.